As members of this committee, we have worked tirelessly to ensure our markets remain the deepest and most liquid in the world. Unfortunately, Chair Gensler's frenetic, partisan rulemaking and approach at the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, threatens to undermine our markets and their standing as the envy of the world. Since taking office in 2021, Chair Gensler has overwhelmed the marketplace with roughly 60 new proposals and more than 30 final rules. In many cases, these rules include radical changes that stifle innovation, inhibit capital formation, and discourage economic growth, all without showing any clear data-driven need whatsoever. Chair Gensler has advanced these changes while abusing the rulemaking process, overstepping important legal and practical guardrails that foster thoughtful, carefully tailored regulations that benefit rather than harm our markets. Committee Republicans are not the only ones sounding the alarm. Chair Gensler has drawn criticism from investors, public and private companies, bipartisan members of Congress, and even his own SEC staff. Democrats and Republicans in both houses of Congress have opposed Chair Gensler's efforts to advance new rules without comment periods that approach the statutory minimum. And according to a statement by the SEC's Inspector General in 2022, even Chair Gensler's own staff and IG agree with these concerns. Still, Chair Gensler has rushed to finalize his agenda, forcing his staff to defend his most controversial rules in court. In the cases where Chair Gensler has the statutory authority to regulate, the quality of his rulemaking and cost-benefit analyses have suffered tremendously. Rather than performing a robust, detailed analysis of each new proposal, Chair Gensler's staff routinely fail to consider the overlapping and cumulative effects of their rules. Even the Department of Justice has commented that without considering these overlapping and cumulative effects, the SEC cannot measure the true impact of its rules on investors, on companies, or the markets. It is clear the SEC is in desperate need of reforms to bring accountability and transparency into the agency and its rulemaking process. H.R. 8339 would accomplish exactly that. This package of 7 bills recognizes the importance of stakeholder feedback, requiring the SEC to leave comment periods open for at least 60 days. This package also improves the quality of the SEC's cost-benefit analyses by, among other things, requiring the agency to consider the cumulative impact of its rules. The same rules would then be subject to regular review to determine if they carry out the SEC's 3-part mission, and the analyses of certain major rules would be studied by the GAO. Finally, H.R. 8339 reminds the Commission that it remains accountable to Congress, requiring regular testimony before this committee. I urge all my colleagues to support this legislation that focuses on common sense reforms and ensures the SEC works better for everyone who wishes to enjoy the many benefits of our capital markets.